What's the deal, beautiful people?
What's good, my G's? Your boy Snow.
I'm Uncle RZA. Cheers, bitches. It's my Friday.
Ignorant Gamers in the house. You already know.
Bourbon, son. I know you don't have the decency to ask what's in my
I really don't.
glass here because you don't drink, but it's bourbon, son. So what's on today's menu, sir?
That's water, by the way, people. Need for Speed. Reboot. Trailer.
Need for Speed.
Yeah, very nice, quick, easy trailer hit today. EA decided to spice things up a bit. I guess Doom was the start of that trend right now. And Doom had an even smaller trailer. It was like 12 seconds. I think this one is like, what, 34 seconds or something like that?
Something like that. It's got the, what's the name of that movie that had everyone sick? The monster movie that was in New York. With the camera shaking and shit.
Yeah, the upstate New York one, right?
Yeah, it's got a lot of that going on in there.
Yeah.
So if cameras make you nauseous, go watch this trailer, B. It's actually playing in the background right now, so if it affects you, you're fucked already.
Yeah, you're already done. So, I mean, the trailer right off the back, you know, made me think of Underground. Maybe, what was the one that came after Underground 1 and 2? Was it?
Was that just neat?
Was it Pro Street or something like that?
No, that was those were the racing ones. You talking about the one with the blue BMW?
Yeah, it was some
blue BMW.
Whatever that came out right after Underground. No, not right after. Most Wanted, because right after Underground was Underground Rivals. That crap. But yeah, the Carbon. It was Most Wanted, then Carbon. You know. But this trailer just screams to me, the Underground 3 is coming.
I could rock with it. I like, you know what really gave me that throwback feel about Underground was the you started to hear the different exhaust notes on all the cars.
Yeah. And
you just like, that's not a stock exhaust, baby.
Right.
Porsche don't sound like that coming from the factory.
You know, which
you know some tuning going on in there.
Yeah, exactly. And what was the other car? The Stang? The other car was the Stang, right?
I couldn't even tell. There was a Stang in there. It looked like there was a 240 in there.
Yeah. And
I can't even tell.
For those of you who don't know, June 15th is probably day 1 of E3. So, you know, I'm expecting EA to go ham there.
June 15th. They got a lot, man. You know what? They
have 3 solid titles.
Yes. But this right here, I remember I did that video a while back where I just stood up and applauded EA. Because they said, you know what, we're not going to release a Need for Speed this year.
Yes.
And to me, that was a huge flag for them getting their shit together.
Yeah.
Like, stop the money grabbing bullshit. Like, take your time.
Exactly.
Figure out what you want this game to be. And then execute. And, I'm hoping. I'm rocking with them right now. Just on that principle alone. And I'm not a big Need for Speed fan. You know, I played the Rivals. I thought it was pretty dope. But it's not my type of game. But I support the decisions behind this game. And I rock with it just for that. And they're usually solid games, Need for Speed. I don't think you can really pick them apart. You know, maybe the storylines are a little shoddy.
Well, yeah, and my thing with Need for Speed is they try it. Sometimes people like to say, oh, they don't try. No, they try. They definitely try. It's not easy to come out with a car game and a story every year. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you have Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, and then you have Rivals the following year, and those are completely games. And I tell people all the time, console wise they both look great, but I think I prefer Most Wanted. You know, I love the speed, the way that game just was, the flow. It had nothing but flow. When I think of Most Wanted, I think of flow. When I think of Rivals, I'm thinking like, yeah, it's getting intense, and then when I gotta bank that money, it slows the entire game down. You gotta load up the screen, you gotta load up me getting those points, and then you gotta load up me getting the you know, the next car unlock and the next little vignette story thing that you're trying to tell. You know, and Yeah, and the thing that they did there and in Most Wanted is that they streamlined the process of customization. But it seems like if they go back to rebooting Need for Speed and they start with the best of every type of Need for Speed they've done, they can't ignore the Fast and Furious style of what we did of Underground. Yeah. You know what I mean? And yeah, oh yeah, I can see that. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where that's what got Fast and Furious moving the first place as far as in gaming, because there was never been a great Fast and Furious game unless you call it Need for Speed Underground.
True. That was the Fast and Furious game. They had the song for the window.
They had the music. The whole setup was raced. Yeah. We had the drag racing, which to this day
it's the best.
It's the best drag racing I've ever played in any video game.
Agreed. You know what's interesting? I think is I was watching Slap's channel. I was browsing through it the other day. The Slap Train. Most of you guys who are into racing should know his channel by now. And he was doing some Need for Speed shit, some underground shit.
Nice.
And I think he was doing a Super. It was a few months back, actually. He was doing a Super, and I was just like sitting there looking at this shit like, God damn. We had this like 15 years ago, and I can't get a proper 2-day game.
Right.
Like, it was nuts. They had the air vents, the air scoops on the roof. I was like, yo, kid. Yeah. And I remember the one after that lets you do the ECU mapping, the turbo timing. Like, can I get that in Forza for the love of God?
Oh, let's not go there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But according to Kotaku, this is what EA is saying: deep customization, authentic urban car culture, which we was just talking about.
Right.
Some open world in there. I mean, some narrative to pull you through the game. You know, that's pretty much everything we discussed, man. They on the ball with that.
Yeah.
I think they know where their roots were. Like I said earlier, I think the problem was they just didn't know what they wanted Need for Speed to stand for.
Right.
Because Need for Speed was, you had the Underground series, you had the
Most
Cops,
Wanted series,
Most Wanted.
You had your Hot Pursuits.
You had the Hot Pursuits. Like, that's like 5 different fucking. You had the Pro Street shit.
Right, and then you had Shift.
Fucking hated.
Then you got Shift.
Yeah, like Shift. Yeah. So, you know, I think it was good for them to really step back and identify and say, what do we want this game to be? And maybe they found it from the trailer alone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if they are going to try, because Pro Street wasn't a complete failure. Shift wasn't a complete failure. No. Games like, you know, well, Nitro don't really count because that was on a Wii.
Fuck you, Nintendo.
You know what I mean? They I don't know. I mean, the Run is probably like the worst Need for Speed game out.
Which one is that?
The Run is when they had the story mode and there was a part in there.
Oh, that was the one before Rivals and Most Wanted.
Most Wanted, right? It was that one.
I think that probably was the one that took the hit.
And you know, right? And you know what I do give them props for is that they try something different. Like, they try to put you a player on the ground, even though it was all quick time events.
Yeah.
They tried to mix it up a bit. They tried to give you a story to go with the Run, coming from one side of the coast to the next coast, and the game was beautiful. It sounded great. No one complained about how the cars drive. I think everyone just unanimously hated the story, or hated what they tried to do outside of the cars of the story. So, you know, for me, this Underground, it's Need for Speed, that's for sure, because it's a reboot. But it should start with the essence of Underground, the essence of the first Most Wanted. Although as much as I love the last Most Wanted, I know there's way more people that appreciate the original than.
Oh, that's classic though.
Yeah, I get it, but I just love the last one. That's what brought me back to buying driving games again. Shout out to PlayStation Plus trials, you know. So, when they say demos don't work, but it's
they work.
Yeah, they work, and I mean, I don't know. I'm super excited to see what we're gonna get. I mean, I would love to see the car culture borrow the Forza mentality. You know what I'm saying? When you guys get in there in Forza and you're tuning up cars, so if I get a car, so and so's tune is there, or so and so's design is there. You know what I mean? And you get props and street rep off that, whatever that thing is gonna be. You get that street cred off that.
There's never been much for the tuning, but the upgrading, yeah. But the tuning would give it a whole nother level for sure. Though. I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just an upgrade, if it's a specific upgrade package, because I remember in Underground we had to do specific things. That's how I was getting washed out.
Right.
So,
what the fuck is that? Is that the plane from the Fast and Furious flying over your house right now?
Yeah, they're dropping cars.
You know, one thing that was interested is, you know, I'm a stiffler for this. When I see this at the end of any game trailer, I latch on. They said actual footage captured in game.
Right.
I've been attacking a few motherfuckers for this.
Yeah.
I've attacked Uncharted.
Yeah.
I've attacked. Who was the last one that did that?
Uncharted was the last one.
Who was before Uncharted? Somebody did it before Uncharted.
Actually, no. Uncharted was the last one I remember.
They were the last one that was relevant, really. Tell you the truth.
Right. There was a few other dudes who we caught out there. We just didn't want to bring it up.
I don't like to see this.
I mean, Ubisoft's been doing it for years, but you know.
I don't like to see the. Watch Dogs was the one that. They was the big one too.
Yeah.
And
see the difference with Watch Dogs and this is they showed us actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Forget about the in-game engine. They showed us actual gameplay.
Cocksuckers. You know, we go on a whole nother rant with that. And I don't think Ubisoft is completely wrong in that scenario, but here, judging from their history and how beautiful Pro Street has been, how beautiful the Ship series, the last two Need for Speeds.
Great.
Based on what I'm seeing here on the new like obviously this is PC footage, right? Obviously. But I think the game will definitely damn near look like this, but a lot of people don't. I've seen people attacking this, and you got to sort of remember, it's in-game footage, not actual gameplay, it's game engine. So they get to set up the camera with the pulling in and the out and all that crazy shit you see. They get to do that. They got the tools to do it. You'll never see it.
Right.
You'll never see the game like this. Maybe in a crazy replay system if they manage to get it in there. But I think the game can look like this. You look at Grid Autosport.
Yep.
People saw replays of that game like the game doesn't look like that. Like, no, it does.
Yeah, the Grid game looks like the replays.
You saw Project Cars, and you know, don't get me started with that fuckfest, but the game looks the way it did in every screenshot that you saw, every video that you saw. Like, the game's just beautiful.
I say the same about Drive Club as well.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know if this guy's running Frostbite or not, but them boys at EA know how to squeeze graphics out of anything.
Yeah, and the Frostbite hasn't been a problem for car games. That's been proven already.
No, it hasn't.
In fact,
remember, what
the best working...
the first Frostbite one.
I believe it was Most Wanted.
Do you remember the highway runs when you saw the...
Oh, yeah, that's not Most... That's,
Was that the Carbon, the one we was just making fun of?
Yeah.
But you saw, like, the desert blowing the sand across the track and you're hauling it. Like...
I mean, even if you look at this trailer right now, right? Let's take your eye off the cars and the headlights. Just look at the ground, the wet ground, the smoke off the tires, the reflection off the buildings and everything, the mist of the reflections, all that dynamic lighting and all that other stuff. If you even just can draw your eyes backwards a little bit and you look at some of those older trailers, man, they've been doing that with the car games. Yeah. So, and that translates. Every time it translates, so you know, graphically, I'm never worried about a Need for Speed game graphically, to be honest with you.
True, very true.
Unless we're talking about the Wii or Nintendo 64, I am never worried.
And the sound.
Oh yeah, that too.
These games sound good.
That too.
And it might be the only time we get to actually race a fucking Porsche, because they are not letting go of that Porsche license.
Well,
so
they I mean, I think Porsche kind of owe them, in my opinion.
Son. These motherfuckers here.
I never had a Porsche poster until after.
Need for Speed?
after the Need for Speed, the first Need for Speed game.
Fuck you, I don't give a shit. I want to get a Porsche Forza. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Never gonna give you up.
Damn.
I still haven't seen the movie, by the way. I need to go do that.
Need for Speed?
Yeah.
That makes 2 of us, and I won't be doing that. Fuck that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be dope.
I'm gonna see it in honor of this game coming out.
Yeah, whatever. However you wanna celebrate your EA fanboyism, sir. I support you. Alright, so you got anything else on the Need for Speed? You excited? You just waiting?
I'm gonna manage my expectations. I'm excited because I could possibly get my long-awaited Underground 3, even if it's just rebooting the series.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. We'll see E3.
Okay. Well, I'm calling it now. 1080p on the PlayStation, 920p on the Xbox. So we got that 20. That 20 in there.
That 20's in there.
Yeah, oh, getting better. DirectX 12, son, even an extra 20. Yo, it's your boy Uncle RZA.
Your boy Snow No Jaggies.
We out of here.
Peace.